So this is going to be an intermediate lesson of about pentatonics. So what is a pentatonic? Pentatonic means penta means five. So tonic means the root notes. So with the root note we are playing five notes. So like we are playing A minor pentatonic like this. Now why it's called A minor? Because A is our root note here and we are on the lowest E string. We are playing the 5th fret. So if this is E, F, G and A. So we are starting from A and playing the A minor pentatonic and now ending on the A note like this. So we are starting and ending at the A minor pentatonic. So this is called the basic first position. As you all know, this is the first position of A minor pentatonic, and there are a total of 5 positions. So let's talk and break all those 5 positions. So the first position is like this. You are playing the 5th fret of the E string and then the 8th, then the 5th fret of the A string, then the 7th of A, 5th of G, 5th of D and 7th of D, 5th of G and 7th of G, 5th of B and 8th of B, and 5th of A and 8th of E. Sorry, this is the E note, E string. So overall it sounds like this, and then you go backward. Now there are many licks, you can just improvise on the first position. So this is the basic first position, and for the second position we are going to use the last notes of our first position like this. This is the last note like of the E string. We played 5 and 8, so 8th is the last note, and on A we played 5 and 7th. 7th is the last note. So these are going to be our first notes of the second position like this, the 8th of the E and 10th of the E. Then we're going to do on the A, the 7th and 10th of A, 7th and 10th of D, 7th and 9th of G, 8th and 10th of B, and 8th and 10th of E. Then the backward. Now this is not the root note here, this is not A, we know this is not A. So basically we are playing it from A, B and C. So this is the second position of the A minor pentatonic. Now you can connect these positions with many licks. So let's get into the third position. We are going to use the last notes of the second position and play the third position. It's like this: 10th and 12th of E, 10th and 12th of A, 10th and 12th of D, 9th and 12th of G, 10th and 13th of B, 10th and 12th of E, and then the backward. And then you can connect all these three. And now the fourth position, the last note of the third position, we are going to start, and it sounds like this. 12th and 15th of E, 12th 15th of A, then 12th and 14th of D, 12th and 14th of G, 13th and 15th of B, and 12th and 15th of E, and then the backward. And then the last position the 15th of E and 17th of E, 15th and 17th of A, 14th and 17th of D, 14th and 17th of G, and 15, 17 again of B, and 15 and 17 of E. And so this is the forward positions, and now when we go backward, our first position is like this, and then after the first position it comes the fifth position. When you go backward, we go on the third fret and fifth fret of E, third, fifth of A, second and fifth of D, second and fifth of G, third and fifth of B, and third and fifth of E. So it sounds like this. Now you can improvise these pentatonics. You can learn many licks in the style of many players like Stevie Ray Vaughan and B.B. King. And always try to end on the root note whenever you play with the backing tracks. So this is basically the minor pentatonics. Now the major pentatonic is nothing but like we are playing A minor pentatonic with the first finger on the fifth. All you have to do is put your fourth finger on the fifth fret like this, and take your first finger 1 2 3 frets higher. So it sounds like this. It's similar to the minor pentatonic, the first position. So it works well with the major pentatonics and major chords. Now you can add something more into your pentatonics, like you can add some extra notes like this. You can play the blues scale. All you are doing is adding the blue note, this and this octave of the second note, first note. So you are doing all like the first pentatonic, and then adding the blue note, which is 6th fret of the A. This is the one octave, and then again the blue note. This is now in the G, the 8th fret, and then again the first pentatonic. So this is the another way to make your minor pentatonic sounding great with the blues backing tracks. So you can add in the blues note in all the 5 positions. You can check the charts on the internet, or I'll provide you. So it sounds great with the blues note. Another thing you can do is add some more notes to the pentatonic like this. This is the simple pentatonic. Now you are adding this note, means you are adding the 7th fret of E and B string, and then 4th of the G and 4th of the D. So it's overall sound like this. Sorry, it sounds like this. Now it's not okay when you land on all these notes at a single backing track, like you're playing a backing track and you're using all those notes, all those 4 notes. No, it sounds great, but not that much. You can use one note in the single chord progression, and when again the chord progression comes, you can use the second note like this. And then on the second time you use this. sound great. And another way to make your pentatonic sound great is use the chromatics. Now chromatics means one step higher like this. Use all the notes coming between the pentatonics. We are using here 6th and 7th on the E string, then again 5th, 6th and 7th on the A, 5th, 6th, 7th on the D, and 5th, 6th, 7th on G, and 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th on the B, and 5, 6, 7, 8 on the E. Now don't use all of them together and you are playing like this. You can use only, like, you're using chromatics on A, so you are not using chromatics on E like this, and then you're using on the G string. Now all I'm doing is using the second position with the chromatics, so you can make these type of changes anytime whenever you want. And also use the major pentatonic. Minor pentatonic is great, but you can also use the major pentatonic in some sounds like this. And another concept here I come on the using single string to play the pentatonics. Like you're playing the A minor pentatonic, you're using all the notes of the A minor pentatonic. On a single string. So you're playing 5 on the E, 8 on the E, 10, 12, 15 and 17. So it's a great way to practice your pentatonics and know it in your entire fretboard, and you can also play it like this. So, and now there are many basic techniques you can use in your pentatonics, like you can hammer and pull off. Now you're playing pentatonic just like this. It sounds great, but not that much. So you can use hammer-ons like this, and this is a pull-off. So you can use the pull-offs also. So hammer-on and pull-offs, hammer-on and pull-offs are great. Slides are also important. Slides from the targeted note like this, and slides from nowhere. You can come from nowhere and slide on the pentatonics like this, or you can come from the 5th note. And now you can use the bends. You can use these bends and sequence of hammer and pull off. You can use many other bands like blues band. Now blues band is nothing but you're bending it half step and then muting it with this hand, and this is the vibrato. You can use the famous BB King use this. Don't touch any of your fingers, just the first finger with the fret you want to vibrate, and play it like this. I am not mastering it, I'm not good at playing these type of vibratos. He plays like this, and you can use many other licks to give good sound to your pentatonics. You have to make your lick vocabulary, so you learn like 30 to 40 licks, and you can use them whenever you want to. Like this is a lick. And it's always good to end your pentatonics with a chord like this. You're playing a lick, you you end it on A, and you can use like this your A minor chord at some gear, or you can do the BB King style. You can end it on like this. You can use the A note here, the lowest A note, and slide it to nowhere. So these are the basic things you must remember when you're playing pentatonics. Now licks are going to be important, and we are going to discuss many of the licks in the coming videos, so stay with me and play the pentatonics. Now you can also use the chords notes to play the pentatonic like this. This is a chord, we are using notes this, this and this. Now whenever this chord comes sorry, you can use these notes like this. This is a note, and now I'm using the notes, targeting the notes only which are including in this chord. So this is the basics of the pentatonics, and some more other things I'm going to tell you. Like, you can make your own blues chord progression like this. You're playing A minor, use the chord next to the A minor, which is absolutely is going to be a D chord, 1 4 5 the blues. This is A minor, this is D minor. You can use this also, the E minor. So you can create a chord progression with these 1, 4 and 5 chord progression. You can use it like this. Or you can use the basic 12 bar blues. Or you can use only the bass notes. Now I'm talking about rhythm, not the pentatonics. The rhythm you can use to play the pentatonics or improvise the pentatonics. So learn pentatonics on styles of many guitar players like mine. I usually play with David Gilmour style. I love the way David Gilmour plays, so I use it very much. So you can use many guitar player style, and you can use BB King style. Every guitar player has a unique style, so you can use Stevie Ray Vaughan. So this is the basics of the pentatonics I need to share with you. Now if you have any problems, like you need more about the position, you want to hear more about the positions of the pentatonics, or you need some licks, you need to know some rhythm patterns, more rhythm patterns, and this patterns, I didn't teach these patterns, I just played them. So then please comment, I'll provide you all the problems related to the pentatonics you can ask. And basically there are many other things the pentatonics you can do. You can even add the jazz. many other things, so I can teach them. So if you're interested in learning the pentatonics and you want to master the pentatonics, you can comment and I'll give you the lessons in the next upcoming videos. And also you can use one more thing, double bands like this. You're bending 2 strings at a time, or you can slide on 2 strings at a time like this. So yes, you can create great solos with the pentatonics. So this is all about pentatonics. And one more thing, you can shift these pentatonics in any keys. Like I teach here in A minor pentatonic or A major pentatonic. You can shift anywhere you want to. Like this, you can use G major, G minor. If you are searching a backing track on G minor pentatonic, you can use the key note G here. And the second position like this. We are using B minor. And you are using the C minor, the D minor. Now E minor is the difficult one. There are many open strings. So thank you, and please like, share and subscribe. And if you learn something from this lesson and you have problems to ask, you can ask down below on the comment section. Thank you.